Hi Sibs! So I woke up this morning with these two huge pimples on my face. I think you can probably see them. See that? Look at that! Ow! So I'm sitting there in the mirror and I'm like, we have a topic for today. The first thing I want to say to you about pimples before we even get started is they're normal. I remember being like 15 and reading J14, M17 and being like, nobody has pimples. And I'm sitting there like, the only time I saw pimples in one of those magazines was when there was like an article about pimples and how to help make your face clear.
And with this potion, you too could have the face of an angel.
Even today, teen shows, movies, magazines, all that stuff, and nobody has pimples and everybody looks like they're 20. Guys did not look like that Teen Wolf guy in high school. The truth of the matter is, 8 out of 10 teens have pimples and get pimples. And clearly, adults get them too. And from my experience, everyone gets them at some point in their lives. If they haven't gotten them before, they're gonna get them now. If they don't have them now, they're gonna get them later. So
no one is spared.
I am in a weird mood tonight. Now, of course, just because everybody gets pimples doesn't mean it totally doesn't suck to get them. In fact, I hated getting mine so much that I remember telling my mom, I wish I had them all over my face. That way, if one popped up, it wouldn't even be noticeable. Because right now, this is super huge and super noticeable. And so, in a classic case of be careful what you wish for, my wish was granted, and I ended up with this. Yeah, that's my face at 16 years old. It was pretty devastating to both my self-esteem and my sense of self-image. But relax, this story has good end. Clearly. But I wanted to show you that picture because if your face does not look like that, then it could clearly be worse. And if it does look like that, it's no problem. Clearly, it won't stay that way. It doesn't have to be that way. And stay tuned because I have a solution for you. Here's what you should know. Pimples and acne are caused mainly by a combination of genetics and hormones. If mom and dad were really pimply as teenagers, you have a higher risk of being pimply yourself. When hormone levels increase during puberty, there is an increase in the size of oil glands as well as in the amount of oil produced within those glands. Oil is usually good for your skin because it keeps your skin soft and supple. Too much oil, however, causes a little bit of problems because bacteria, dead skin cells, and things like that are getting stuck in the pores, which cause them to clog, which cause inflammation, which then result in pimples. There are also certain things in the environment, certain medications, stress, for girls being on your period or about to get your period. These things all affect hormone levels. Things like greasy cosmetics and makeup, having hair on your face constantly, those things contribute to how much oil is spread around your skin. So for example, if I constantly have bangs here and they're constantly doing this and spreading that oil across my forehead, I'm more likely to get pimples there. Those blackheads that you might get are usually trapped skin cells and bacteria, not dirt. And I want to make that clear because I remember when I had acne, people would always come up to me and say, have you tried washing your face? Wash my face? Who does that? I sleep face down in a pile of my own filth. Like, no duh, I wash my face. In fact, overwashing and the use of harsh products as well as that scrubbing action actually makes acne and pimples much worse. Bad. Just don't do that. I mean, wash your face, but don't like over scrub. And the good news is, there's tons of products out there to help you deal with your pimple problems. Some of these remedies you can even do at home with household products that you probably have lying around. Chamomile tea and tea tree oil are both really good anti-inflammatories that help relieve redness and make pimples smaller. Toothpaste, it's another one. You put it right before bed, dab it on, and let it dry overnight. It's going to dry your pimple out, and your pimple's going to be much smaller in the morning. You can also try baking soda and water paste, benzoyl peroxide, which you can get at the grocery store. What I used for a while was Proactive's face mask, just the mask. Same thing, I'd use it as a spot treatment. It's made out of kind of like a clay herbally thing, and so it would really dry out my pimples. I still use it today. It's really good. And if you're going on a date and you can't exactly walk around with toothpaste on your face, what I figured out is you can take an ice cube wrapped in something or run a spoon under cold water, press it to your pimple, and do that a couple times. The cold will obviously, just like with anything that's red or inflamed, reduce the swelling, reduce the redness. And if none of those work, you can always try a scarf, a toque or a hat, a turtleneck, all three. Now for more serious cases, kind of like mine, doing those kind of things isn't really going to help you. It's a more severe problem. And for that, I truly, truly recommend that you go to your family doctor. They will probably refer you to a dermatologist who is a special doctor just for skin. And they will be able to prescribe you something much stronger. I, for example, was on Accutane. I recommend that you look into it if you have cystic acne like I did. But again, you can't do any of that without a doctor's consent or a prescription. If you're at that stage where physical appearance is very important to you, and most teens are, the effects of waking up and seeing your face look like that every day and getting worse can actually have a lot of mental and emotional side effects, which can then affect your self-esteem and your body image. I remember for me, it was very tough. I was very self-conscious. I put on a lot of makeup as a result, and that made my acne worse, and it was just a never-ending cycle. And yeah, I just remember being a really, really rough time. Also, severe cystic acne, the kind that I had, can actually lead to scarring if you don't treat it on time. The best advice I can give you, if your face looks like what mine did, is to go to your doctor as soon as possible. The longer you wait, the bigger of a problem it's going to be, just like with anything else, and the harder it's going to be to treat. Now, all that being said, it's important to remember that this is normal. Everybody goes through it. Everybody has gone through it. People will go through it even after you're done puberty, so don't stress about it too much. Remember to love your skin, love your body, it's the only one you have, and to love yourself. If your acne or your pimples are intervening with your life so much that you stop liking yourself, please go and have someone look at it, someone professional who can help you. That way you can get back to doing what you like, to liking yourself, and to being happy. And remember, as bad as my skin was, it's clearly cleared up. So don't despair. It does get better, and it will get better. See you next week, Sibs. Oh, and one more thing. Don't pick. Also, if you can please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this video, and share my channel. That would be great. But seriously, don't pick. It makes it so much worse.